The Matrix is a system, Neo. That system is our enemy. But when you're inside, you look around, what do you see? Businessmen, teachers, lawyers, carpenters. The very minds of the people we are trying to save. But until we do, these people are still a part of that system, and that makes them our enemy. You have to understand, most of these people are not ready to be unplugged. And many of them are so inert, so hopelessly dependent on the system, that they will fight to protect it. Were you listening to me, Neo? Or were you looking at the woman in the red dress?
I was...
Look again. Who's it?
This isn't the Matrix.
No. It's another training program designed to teach you one thing. If you are not one of us, you are one of them.
What up, what up, what up? What's up? Let me go ahead and do a sound check, make sure my sound is okay. What's up? Yeah, it could be a lot better, but we're gonna go with the flow today. So nice little Monday, top of the week. Mondays are very busy. Mondays are exciting. Actually, Sunday nights are more busier than Monday mornings for me sometimes. 5,000 Elite, we're just getting stronger. You know, we're getting people reaching out, a little more people reaching out. We got the stock certificates. I got in touch with the people I needed to get in touch with. I actually got in touch with them, so we got names corrected. So you know, we're ready to dish these out. Last week was supposed to be the release of our 24-hour channel. It didn't get released, and so we're a little bit behind schedule. But you know, I keep talking to them, and I'm giving them as much time. But they have to keep communicating with us. So we're going to see if we get revealed this week. Also, last week we also was supposed to reveal the stock certificates last week, but we still making things, and we're trying to get things better. We want things perfect. We want things perfective, because I'm not a perfectionist, but Kansu is a perfectionist. He's like things to perfection, unless he don't do it at all. And so I'm not one of those people. I say, hey, let's get it, but so it takes a little bit of time. So we're not too far behind schedule. Our goals are still the same. We're ringing throughout the community, but that's not what we're here for. We're not here to ring out the community. We're not here to make a name for ourselves. We're here to make sure that we incorporate ourselves and we protect our people at the same time. Most of the people that we're trying to protect, most of them will hate us for it, but we have to do it because that's how we built, and that's how our cells and our DNA and coding. That's how it's written. So yeah. So last week we did get a little piece of the 24-hour network. It was actually pretty cool. It wasn't as hard as I thought. We're going to need some more material for that, and we're going to need some more devices. So we're going to have to spend a little more money than I thought to make sure that's perfected. But it ain't too much, because we can always get like an external flash drive, store things on there, or we can get our own until we can get up and get our own server. So things is looking pretty good. So. But today we're going to talk about the sanitary manufacturing. Now, a lot of people know that we was doing a toilet paper company and things like that. And so yeah, we're still doing it. It's still on the list. And we're going to break down that today, and we're going to see a little bit about how that works, and we're going to get into the structure of that and how that works. I'm coming again live from Shanghai, China behind me. So big up to that. Universal Media is ringing a little bells through our little community. But remember, our little community is just a small little community, and it's a speck in the world. We here to make a stain on the planet, not to get some props from some peers. It's a big difference. So let's go ahead and get right into it. People sleepy, people tired. We had a couple guests yesterday, and they kept us up late. But yeah, it was a good thing. We see nonetheless is in the building, families in the building. You know what I'm saying? We on it. And so now it's about building now. So we're gonna start talking a little bit more about building. So I'm gonna go ahead and get right into it, just in case nobody seen the first half of the video. We're gonna get right into it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna break down a Sanitary company, which is our first tissue company. We're gonna break that down. We're gonna break down numbers. We're gonna break down mathematics. We're gonna do some breaking down. So we're not gonna get 100% thorough into it, but we're gonna get into it. So let's go ahead and go to the other screen, and let's get it in. So hopefully you can hear me, and let me make sure that you guys can hear me. And if you can hear me okay, we can go ahead and get it in. Okay. Now, this is some board meeting stuff. I can get in trouble for this. I can get fired for this, giving y'all this information. And but it is what it is. So when it comes to a toilet paper factory, okay, when it comes to the toilet paper factory, the information that we receive is that we're going to need at least 4 different machines. The first machine is a 157 toilet paper machine. This is the roll machine. The roll machine costs about $8,800, and it's about the weight of the machine is about the size of the machine is about 4.5 meters. The weight is about 3 tons. Yeah, the weight is about 3 tons. So the toilet paper machine can produce anywhere to, well, hold on, I gotta give you all of it before I break it down. So the second part is called the bandsaw. The bandsaw is just a bandsaw. We can always use anything we want it, but because I'm trying to get in good with the company, I want to use all the company stuff first. But we can easily make one of these ourselves, very simply, very easy. Now, the whole goal of this is so we can learn how to do this 100% on our own. So eventually, we're going to have to learn how to make these machines and not just buy them and sell. We're going to be selling the actual machines as well. But for the time being, we need to get in where we fit in. And right now, we need to get a little money together, and we need to get this information and just learn it. So we need the bandsaw. The bandsaw is very simple. It cuts the toilet paper the way you wanna, the length you wanna cut it. It's basically $1,500. The weight of it, I didn't get the weight, but I can get the weight. I forgot it. It wasn't important because it's not that heavy compared to the machines that weighs tons. Now we have the paddle sealer. The paddle sealer is what seals the plastic and the tissue in the plastic. I also have video on these to show you each and how every last one of these work. And then finally we have what we call the core machine. The core machine is the little machine that you use to make the little, why is it moving over like that? The core machine is a machine that you use to make the little cardboard pieces inside of the toilet paper roll. That's called the core machine. The core machine costs about $7,680, and it weighs about 1.5 tons. So what we're gonna do before we get further into that, what we're gonna do is we're gonna look into some videos to show, so you can actually see how they work and how simple they are, and why we're not doing this stuff and what's stopping us from doing this stuff. So this right here would be the this right here would be the actual This will be the toilet paper roll. Let me see. They want us to download it. Oh, come on, man. Don't do this right now. Let me see. Let me see if we can actually just get this stuff started. This stuff is old. What? Why is I'm in this one? That's the wrong one. So let me try to get on that. Hopefully I can get you some more visuals on this, because I know our people are very visual. So let's see if I can get this to come up. What's going on? What's going on, man? Google, y'all getting raggedy today, Google. What's up with it? Getting raggedy today. So, okay. Well, we do have video. Unfortunately, we ain't going to be able to have a video on that one. Let's see what this one's going to say. This is the saw. The saw is pretty simple. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to show the video right now, but probably tomorrow, when we kind of bypass it, when we go through this, we'll be able to talk about it, and I'll be able to show the actual videos. Let's see if the core machine gonna go. Hope the core machine's not gonna go either. Google, you're slipping right now. Step your game up, Google. We're gonna put y'all ass out of business. So, but let's go ahead and talk about this for a second. Now, when you, and so just these three alone. Now, these things right here is all one-time purchases, because we don't need to keep purchasing them multiple times. We just need to purchase them as we grow. So these right here doesn't go into our calculation budget because they are one-time buys. Now, there are some other things we have to buy one time as well. We're just going to do with the one-time buys. So you can add all this math up if you want to. You can add the weight up if you want to as well. You can do the math. That's no problem. But we done it before, and we know how many employees, we know how much to pay them, how much we're gonna do. But keep this in mind. The whole goal of this is to be independent. At this point right now, we're not in a position where we need to be worried about making millions of dollars. We need to be worried about sustaining ourselves and being independent. If we have a total of 5,000 people and each one of these people loyally buy our products, it is enough to sustain ourselves. If we have 5,000 people loyally buying our tissue, loyally buying our tissue, it is enough for us to stay around and stay afloat and become independent. However, we might not be able to have millions of dollars flowing through this business if it's just us 5,000 people, but it would be 100% totally independent. Peace. We got a Cinda Maya in the building, the sister in the building. We got a Mayan princess in the building. Yes, and so it will be. We will be totally independent. Depends on how it falls. But for the first 3 or 4 months, it would probably be, us buying our own products so other people get wind of it. But knowing our community, once they see we're doing something, most likely they're gonna try to knock us off and they're gonna try to cut us off. But keep in mind, we are way advanced, and this is what we do. There is no such thing as knocking off the 5,000 elite. This is what we do. But we have to start somewhere. And so these machines right here is one-time buys. So when you calculate that, just all we got to do is buy that and get that out the way. Now, there is some other machines that we're going to need as well, and these machines are one-time buys. They're one-time purchases. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go check those machines out. And these machines right here is not that difficult because they can be rented, and they also can be used vouchers and things like that. We're going to need forklifts, and we're going to need pallet jacks, and we also going to need extensions, forks and extensions. Now these are very expensive machines, but these machines can be leased, they can be rented, and they can be purchased, and they also can be vouchered. There's programs where you can get vouchers and stuff and actually get these machines for free in certain states. And so so we don't have the prices on, we don't have the exact price on these because it varies so much. And like I say, there's a chance we can get them for free. And these are all materials that is one-time buy, that we only need to buy one time. So we don't need to keep buying them and buying them and buying them, which will be re-up materials. Peace, family. Peace, family. Family in the building. And so keep that in mind. So keep that in mind. Now, these are the materials that we're gonna have to keep buying. They call them re-up materials. Now, how we're gonna do our manufacturing is we're gonna do the type of product manufacturing where we buy the product. Now, this right here is a jumbo roll. This jumbo roll weighs 1 ton. It's a 1 ton jumbo roll. We're gonna start with a total of 6 of them. We're gonna buy 6 of them. So this is what we have priced in here. So the price of the jumbo roll is $1,250, and we're going to start with a total of 6 of them. Each roll can roll out about 5,000 to 8,000 rolls of tissue, depending on how thick you make it and how big you make the rolls. The one roll will take a total of 8 to 10 hours per day per roll. So that means we will need at least 2 shifts to get one roll. Now, if we charge these at least $1, we will be able to make at least and we sell one jumbo roll a day at least about $7,000 per day or something like that. We can get into the numbers a little bit later, but this is the jumbo roll right here. This is what we calculate. Eventually we're going to need to do resource manufacturers, and we're going to need to be able to make these jumbo rolls ourselves, and we're going to need to be able to sell them to people to other countries. Now, our market is we're not going to talk about our market, because we're going to leave that for us. Now the key to selling the product is your market. So whoever you market to is pretty much the key to selling anything. So our market is a little bit secretive right now, and so we're going to talk about it in the meeting this Thursday, our market as well. Now, this right here is what we call it crepe paper. Now, this is the paper that you use to make the toilet roll. I should go get one. The little core middle. This is the core. This goes with the core machine, and this is that when you done with your tissue, there's a little cardboard piece. This is the paper that they use. Now, these things cost $6 each, and one of these, and they weigh 1 ton. Now, one of these can actually get you about 66,000 rolls of tissue. That's 66,000 rolls of tissue, just one of those. 66,000 rolls of tissue. So we're going to be ordering one. We might order 2 just in case, but because we're going to be doing a lot of practicing and we're going to be messing up a lot, so we might even order 2. Now, this right here is the core glue. We're gonna be selling these as well. We have to figure out how they're making these and how to sell these as well. So this is why it's very good to have international alliances, and this is my department, and this is why it's very good to speak different languages and to be able to mingle with different people. I know some of the people come from the African boot camp community, and it goes against your religion or whatever to mingle with different people, but when it comes to business, that's not realistic. That is not proactive. Now, this right here is the glue. This glue is what used to hold the core paper together when they use the core paper. Now, this glue costs $10 for a barrel of glue. Now, it costs $50 per barrel of glue. We're going to be buying 10 barrels. Each one of these rolls, each one of these barrels of glue can house about 15,000 rolls. 15,000 rolls of toilet paper. So these are things we're going to be constantly buying more and more, and keep it going and keep it going. Remember, so these is what goes in the cost of our expenses, of how much money we're going to be making in the manufacturing and things like that. Now, second, we have the toilet paper glue. The toilet paper glue, it basically costs about $40. We're going to be buying 4 of them, which roughly about $200, and each one of these can have at least 15 jumbo rolls. So each one of these buckets of glue can house 15 jumbo rolls. So that's about how long is that? They said the jumbo rolls take how long? They said it take about 8 to 10 hours depending on who's doing it. So 8 to 10 hours. So if these things do 15 hours, 15 jumbo rolls, then that's like 1 week. So we'll be going through these per week. So this is very simple stuff. This is very simple mathematics. The hardest part of doing this stuff is trying to get our people to understand that they can do this. That you guys can do this. You don't have to go and buy Charmin. You can make your own. It's okay. Nobody's gonna pick you off in the middle of a speech. Nobody's gonna shoot you in the middle of a balcony. You can do this stuff. We can do this. It is very simple stuff. I work with people and I do this stuff all the time. It is very simple. It is not that complex, and it don't take millions of dollars. So when we add all this up together, it comes to a total of $28,280. Okay, now this is not including shipping. Shipping is going to be around $1,000, $2,000 because we're going to be shipping a total of about 3.5 tons. We're going to be shipping a total of about 3-4 tons, and it's just this material. So we're going to need like a container. You see what I'm saying? We're going to need like a container for this type of stuff. And so that's just how much that is. Now, if you also want to convert it, we have a link down here where we can convert it into RMB and things like that. So the shipping cost is probably going to cost us about $2,000 or something like that, the total cost. So we can get this whole operation for less than $50,000. This whole operation. Now that you've seen that, now this is where things get a little tricky. Because we have two choices. We can even keep this manufacturer over there in China and ship our people over there to learn this, and then we can ship the tissue here. Or we can ship all this stuff here, which we're most likely going to do, so we can teach and train our own people. Now, keep in mind, at this point of age, money is not what we're looking for. We're looking for independence. We're looking for saying, we did this 100% from the rooter to the tutor. We did this 100%. This is what we're looking for. Our people are not used to being independent. We're like 18-year-olds who just now, graduated college or just now leaving home and just figuring out, hey man, I can do this stuff myself. And so we are looking for independence when it comes to this company, and it's basically a mind trick, because majority of our people think you need billions of dollars just to do a live stream for 24 hours. Some people think you need billions of dollars just to come out with your own computer chip. So we're in that mind frame where things is so outlandish that we don't even try no more. And so this is one of the hardest part, of trying to get people together, because when they see this stuff, they think like, man, you can't do this. You have to be Bill Gates. You need a super duper college degree to do this. You can't do this. And so this is very difficult because our people are in this mind state where they don't believe that they can do this easy ass stuff. Peace, family. And so this is one of the hardest parts. Now I'm gonna go back to the screen. And so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about shipping, because shipping is very important, and we're gonna talk about where we're gonna ship it to, where this facility is gonna be at. Now we calculate that this shipment is gonna be somewhere in or around Nashville, Tennessee. And so we have the shipping costs, but now we're dealing with ports. Now, I want people to understand this. I'm going to bring a port on the screen, and I want you to understand this. Now, let me bring some of the text off the screen, so that way you can take a clear look at our ports. Now, let me see. Let's get that off the screen so that way we can take a good look at our ports. Now these are our ports. Okay, now it is very crucial that you understand this. You as a business person, you as a a member of the 5,000 elites, your port is very important. Your port is going to determine your shipping costs. Your port is going to determine your transportation costs, and your port is going to pay pretty much give you how much you can charge for your product. So the ports are very different. Are something very important. Now a lot of people don't talk about this stuff. I'm gonna try to see if I can get that a little bit bigger, so that we can I want to get you guys thinking about this stuff, because common folk don't think about this, but we are the elite, and so this is stuff we think about. Now the port we selected is the Savannah, Georgia port, and I'm gonna try to zoom in on that port. Sorry, I can't make it any bigger, but let's try to see if we can get bigger with that port. So it's the port, the Savannah, Georgia port. You can always just Google ports and you can find out. So we're going to be doing the Savannah, Georgia port. Now we are deep in Georgia, and because we know we're deep in Georgia is because we have a map of the Lakeisha map. The Lakeisha map let us know where we deep at. And so we are very deep in Georgia, but it's more around Atlanta and somewhere places. But we're going to be able to secure these ports, and we're going to be able to need our own ports as well. But all the good ports on this country is already taken. So we're going to need to be able to infiltrate those ports. That means we're going to need people to go and work and learn that port stuff. So if anybody know anything about the port philosophy and how the ports works and all that type of stuff, we need you to know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody. It don't matter how down the chain it is. We're going to need to be just as much as we is in this indigenous stuff and this Bible stuff and it's and this NATO stuff, just as much knowledge as we know in that, we're going to need to know just as much in how the port works. The ports are very, very vital to a civilization. A lot of people don't know this, but the port is very big. So we're going to be using the Savannah, Georgia port. You can't see my mouse right now, but it's right there next to Jacksonville. And so we're going to be hauling this stuff up by truck. Now remember, we're going to be hauling a total of about 6 tons of material. And so we're going to be hauling it right up to about Nashville, Tennessee. Now we did look at some facilities in Nashville, Tennessee. The average, we got some prices low down to $8 per square feet, all the way up to $12 per square foot. And so these prices, we haven't looked it up in the last couple days, but those were the standards, anywhere from $8.50 square feet, $8 to square feet to $12.50 per square feet. So we're going to be looking at a total of maybe anywhere from 80 to 100 square feet. And this is renting, buying. We was thinking about going and building one of those little hangar shed type things, but we have to buy the land, so it come out better if we rent. So we're going to be renting a facility in and around Nashville, Tennessee. Now then we have to hire people. We're going to hire about 2 shifts. The reason why we can't have a whole shift, because that means we have to pay insurance and things like that. So we're going to split the shifts up. So we're going to have 2 different shifts. Each shift is going to work about 5 to 6 hours, but it's going to work about 5 to 6 hours per day, 7 days a week. We might even have a different crew. Now keep this in mind. This is where foreigners come in. Foreigners is going to have to come in as well, because we're going to need people from other countries as well to come and teach us and come to show us, and we're going to have to be able to have some foreigners as well, because foreigners also give us ties to other countries. So if we go in there and we have some people from let's say Pakistan working there, and so that will look good on our resume, and then that will also give us brownie points for Pakistan. Pakistan got oil. If we might want to give some of that, and we might want to say, hey man, we employ 30,000 of your people, man. Let us get some, So it's things like that little bitty tit for tat stuff that only elite people know about. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of little tit for tat stuff that we need to talk about, and it's a lot of stuff that me myself I don't know about. And so somebody said, where is the land you're getting? Like the state. Which land? Are you talking about the sanitary? Are you talking about the sanitary manufacturing company, or are you talking about for a civilization? Because this land is going to, this company is going to start around Nashville, Tennessee. Now, once we learn how to make the machine and get in and out the machine, we can move them. We can move this company anywhere we want to. But in order for our people to feel the to feel the fact that we can do this, we're going to have to show them first. Because we just can't tell them and say, hey man, you guys can do this, and we're not doing it. But we're just saying you can do it. You know what I'm saying? Our people is not going to fall for that. So we're going to have to literally do it first. And we're going to have to open up, and we're going to have live streams everywhere. Like, look, you guys, we're doing it all in their face. And then they're going to be like, wow, we can do it. And then we can take, we can take it from there. But what type of land are you looking for? Are you talking civilization land, or are you talking manufacturing and production land? Because there are two types of land grabs that we're talking. So that's that. Now the only thing we're missing the transportation from the Savannah of Georgia port to Tennessee. Now if you look at Tennessee, you notice Tennessee has about 8 or 9 borders. So Tennessee is a very important population thing, and it's important communication hub for our people. It's surrounded by about 8 or 9 different states. It has probably the most borders in the world, if not America. So that's very popular. So if you in and around Nashville, Tennessee, or anywhere around there, make sure you let it be known, because there's going to be a time where we're going to be seeking you guys out, and your guys are going to be the head of the civilization, and whatever you want to call it. You guys going to be at the center of attention until we get things started. And so as you can see, the population around Tennessee is the majority of our people. The majority of our people is in and around this area right here, right? Tennessee and Kentucky, in and around there. That's the mass majority of our population. Now, keep in mind, population go hand to hand with wealth. We do, hand to hand with wealth. He who has the most population, he who has the most manufacturing, you notice it goes hand in hand. When you look at China, you be like, China got billions of people. Well, no wonder why they pumping out all these electronics. When you go India got billions of people. No wonder why they pumping out all these software and all these electronics. When you go to California got a lot of people. No wonder why it's one of the richest states. When you go to Texas and Illinois, no wonder why they're richest state, because they have the biggest people. So as an elitist person, you always have to keep population in mind, because population and wealth goes hand in hand. Also the land. So population, it goes population, location, and then you get your plus sign, and then you get your equal sign. So population versus location. So it's all about where your people at, and how many people you have there determines how well your civilization could be sometimes. Now there is some exceptions, because you got little old Japan, popping out all those cars, and they struggling on population, and they barely have enough resources, but they still pumping out all those cars. So there is some exceptions as well to the rules. But let's so with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and move that out the way, so I want people to understand when it comes to what we're doing. Now, anybody got any questions? And this right here is basically our sanitary. Now, when we start with sanitary manufacturing, we're going to start with tissue. We're going to move into baby diapers. We're going to move into tampons. We're going to move into, toothbrushes. We're going to move into all of, we're pretty much going to take the whole bathroom over. We're going to take the kitchen over. I mean, it's ridiculous, and it's endless. You know what I'm saying, about what we can do. And so this is a very crucial time and a very spiritual, hardcore time in our people, because we are on the brinks of becoming permanent underclass citizens. On the brinks, we are in the middle of becoming the permanent underclass citizens to becoming the world leading top people in the world. So we're right in the middle, and so we bounce up and down every day. The mood of the people bounce up and down every day, but us as elitists, we stay level, we stay leaning forward, and we stay on a up line. You know what I'm saying? So that's very important. So let me see if I covered everything with the sanitary manufacturing company. So those people, there's people already owns, certain percentage of this company as well. And so maybe tomorrow when I get the videos together, I'm going to get the videos and we're going to show you how the machine works. And when y'all see that, y'all going to be like, that's it? Like, man, I can put 2 logs together and make that. Like, it's going to blow your mind how easy this stuff is and why we're not doing it. So anybody got any other questions? Because we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up after this, and it get better and better. It gets better. So who we got? We got where's the land you're gonna be getting, like the state. Yeah, I'm not sure well, the land we're gonna be manufacturing on this product is gonna be Tennessee. When it comes to land for civilizations, we have a couple different places that's up for grabs, but there's not going to be one piece of land. There's going to be multiple. So we're not just going to be in one little central location where a bunch of us are getting together, think we're doing something. We're going to be all over the place. And some of the places, that we have in mind that could change is that we have anywhere from Tennessee, Kentucky. We have North Carolina, South Carolina. We have Mexico. We have Guatemala. We have Costa Rica. We have Chile. We have Australia. We have Eritrea, Ghana, Ethiopia, Somalia. We have we have places like Laos, Thailand. So we're going to be all over the place. There's not going to be no one location where we sit, but we all going to have a central location, but we're not going to be sitting around in no little pond messing around. We're going to be all over the place. What else we have? We have even South Africa. I mean, so it's endless of what of what's going on, and we also going to have our own land where we where it's just us. So if that can help answer your question. Other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Peace to the chat. You know what I'm saying? This is magnificent times. So matter of fact, Ascendant Maya, I'm gonna call you later. And we got some other stuff coming up later. So peace.
watch us take over. All this shit that you see, we gon' make our way to the top. You can trust now, trust and believe. Watch us take over. Yeah, all this shit that you see, we gon' make our way to the top. You can trust, yes, trust and believe. Watch us take over. Yeah, my daddy drumming differently. We find the wins in all the games that they try to play. We held our ground, tell our fans through the poverty. While leaders down, knowledge drown, but we find a way. Life was cold, but we made it hot. No matter how it goes, we gon' make it pop. Black is like a gold or a precious rock. So message to my foes, we gon' never stop. Cause all of us ain't ignorant. Learn the light, see the code, you'll see the difference. Cause all of us ain't ignorant. Learn the life, see the code, you'll see the difference. Watch us take over. All this shit that you see, we gon' make our way to the top. You can trust now, trust and believe. Watch us take over. All this shit that you see, we gon' make our way to the top. You can trust now, trust and believe. Watch us take over.
From the land of the street lights where kids get kidnapped. Black man murdered through a white man's dispatch. But my aggression overcomes the oppression, and the fact that I can speak is my deadliest weapon. Look, this for the ghetto, shit that only we see. They take us out the streets and stash us in the OBCC. Now these shell tops slowly walk the cell block. I swear this shit can get funkier than stale socks. So I learned to be humble in this jungle. Keep some pads in my step, cause if I stumble, shit can crumble. The cops keep killing all our soldiers, trying to control the population, cause they know one day
watch us take over.
Yeah.
All this shit that you see, we gon' make our way to the top. You can trust now, trust and believe. Watch us take over. All this shit that you see, we gon' make our way to the top. You can trust now, trust and believe. Watch us take over. All this shit that you see, we gon' make our way to the top. You can trust now, trust and believe. Watch us take over. All this shit that you see, we gon' make our way to the top. You can trust now, trust and believe. Watch us take over.